your duty to come to talk to us. You said it earlier.
But I have a duty to come and talk.
Thank you, but a duty to produce and perform.
And I have some tourists from Haiti who came to Negril who suffered that experience, and when them come and see Negril buried under garbage, them say not even in a Haiti this could have happened.
Do you know who? You talk about composting. Do you know which entity in Jamaica puts more nature in a plastic bag than any other entity in Jamaica? You know who it is? The government. The government.
Not unreasonable for us as Negrilians to ask for 10 garbage trucks because we are paying for more than 10 garbage trucks.
You have signed contracts with private companies using the WPM trucks to pick up garbage. What would you say, sir? What I'm getting from the meeting is totally different from my in-house report.
What I would like to know is this now just one of your tick boxes? Because we have been to meetings like this, several meetings. We've heard the talk, but nobody's walking the walk. And we've heard it over and over. So sometimes when you all have meetings, it's just to tick the box to say, I have done my duty. You mentioned it. You're doing your duty to come to talk to us. You said it earlier.
But I have a duty to come and talk.
Thank you, but a duty to produce and perform. That's the duty you have. To perform, sir. And the other thing is, none of the agencies collaborate and work together. And you're all intertwined. And I had a talk today at our chamber meeting. No agency work together for the benefit of the people. They should serve. Our money pay you all, and we are suffering badly. Thank you.
Zero star, let me tell you why. When tourists come to Negril, they don't come to Negril for nothing, they come for a Negril experience. And when they come off at the airport, sometimes they get trapped in the traffic for 2 hours. Sometimes they flood out and lose it. And I have some tourists from Haiti who came to Negril who suffered that experience, and when they come and see Negril buried under garbage, they say not even in a Haiti this could have happened. And let me tell you something. If justice was fair, very fair, and the Anti-Litter Act were being enforced, then people like you would be behind bars.
Wow.
It's not joke.
Wow.
We'd have been locked up the management of the National Solid Waste Authority for dereliction of duty, because multiple Christmas with the Negril and garbage that take up down here. And the question must be asked, if after 40 and 50 years garbage are being traveled to retirement 70 miles from Negril and 70 miles with an empty truck come back, which is the longest garbage has traveled in the history of the Caribbean. And when other jurisdictions like Japan and everybody burn them garbage and generate billions of dollars and use sophisticated filtration system to remove the harmful whatever that would, why hasn't garbage be a business in this country? Why is it taking us so goddamn long? It's about time. No, we're not done yet. Now, my group, Make Negril Awesome, is possibly the #1 reason why we have this. And you can have Shannon Williams, she can tell you that. That my group, with about 200 members, is very vigilant, and we're going to be holding you accountable, because it's not going to be business as usual. Right? And with Airbnb that brought 30% of all the business to Jamaica last year, and we expect it to grow by about 50% in 70 years. Garbage man is going to be serious on the agenda. And if you don't fix garbage, it could be one of the major reasons why Negril seek independence from this country. One love.
I don't want Negril to leave Jamaica, so let me address the point, because you made, well, a little boom bass, but you made a huge point
that I want to personally address, and I'm begging for a minute. You know, can't just ask question, fire one holy shot after me, and me can't return fire. The government, Mr. Williams, the government, I made the point earlier that in my 59 years, no government has taken waste management seriously enough to do the bold things that ought to be done. This government, though, appoint an enterprise team headed by Mr. Littleton Shirley, working out of the DBJ, to take a holistic look at waste management in the country and to bring the government in their final report a new way forward for waste management. I can tell you that the report, that the last report that we got at our board at the NSWMA from the enterprise team is that they have gotten to the stage now where they have identified the small transfer station sites across Jamaica. Because you are correct. Nobody should put trucks, hold it, nobody should put garbage in a truck to travel 70 miles through Lucy, through the flood, through the traffic jam. You are correct. And so they have identified the sites for the small transfer stations. I think I can verify it for you and get back to you, but I think 8 of them will be across Jamaica. 8 small. And they will have 2 big sites that they will feed into. But the primary thing is that in all of that conversation, they have located enough waste in Jamaica with the calorific value to do 2 small waste to energy plants. Though that is something I can't go further into the thing because this is policy of government. I can only tell you that the government of the day had appointed an enterprise team. All this is verifiable, you can go check it. And the enterprise team is close, they're in the home circle now, we call the home stretch now, to produce their final report. That you will see the kind of revolutionary changes in the country that will make for a Negril, for example, see not trucks that come back empty after how much miles? 70 miles? Right. But they will still see trucks, but the trucks will be more frequent because it will just run to a plant down the road, come back, run to a plant down the road, come back. But more, you will see the NSWMA, and this may be a lot of joy to a number of you. It will see the NSWMA revert to the role that was intended by the NSWMA Act that was passed in 2001, which is for it to be a regulator. In other words, it should be regulating the waste management industry. What has happened is, through the delay of passing the supporting regulations, NSWMA has right now, you could call it an operation company. It's doing more garbage collection than what it should be doing. The garbage collection should be done by private people. And the NSWMA, as the authority, the regulator, makes sure that they have in place the framework for it to be done properly.
My name is Sophie Romel, and I'm on the Negril Chamber of Commerce Environmental Committee. Now, for over 3 years, we have been begging your organization to collaborate with recycling partners at the recycling center here in Negril for educational material. 3 years, although we're not seen on, in partnership with RPJ. Neither RPJ nor you could give us any educational material. That's one. 2, we keep talking about how hard it is to educate people. You have to remember, you know, most Jamaicans travel abroad. They've seen it abroad already. They know how to do it. Sometimes when the returning residents come, they go, where is the garbage bin to put the plastic? Where is the garbage bin to do this? Where is the truck to pick up that? Guess what? We have a truck here in Negril for recycling partners. We begged them over 3 years. Give us a schedule of pickup. People want to give you the plastic to carry around there. Give us a schedule. West End Monday, somewhere else Tuesday.
Management
Oh no, it cannot happen.
Management
Right?
problem.
So you come up here and you talk about we're gonna educate. I want to know what is your budget for the education of Jamaicans on how to recycle? Where is the budget? When did it start? What day is it gonna start? Because it's easy to stand up there and say, we are gonna do this, we are gonna do that. But we've been begging to do it for donkey years and nothing has happened. So it's all talk. Do you know who you talk about composting? Do you know which entity in Jamaica puts more nature in a plastic bag than any other entity in Jamaica? You know who it is? The government. The government. Every time they cut the verge, when they put the grass cutting in a plastic bag. So don't come and talk to us about recycling. We want to recycle for years. It's the entities that have never worked with us to do it. The Negril Chamber of Commerce has been trying to recycle here in Negril for years, and we've never had any support from any government entity, including you. Never. And we have spoken to your officers and we've spoken to people and we've never got any assistance. So let's not talk. I need to know from you, what is the budget for the educational? Where is the educational material? Where is it? Have you started producing it? No.
Absolutely we do, and we might not have enough to give everybody, but we have just...
So what happened to social media? Come on. This is ridiculous.
Let me finish now.
But social media
Hold on,
quicker, faster.
I was referring you to my website. That's what I was gonna do.
No man, you're a joke.
No, no.
How are you gonna get the young people? You think they're gonna go to your website?
How are we gonna have a conversation? You asking you to stop me if I'm trying to answer.
Tell her the budget.
I am telling you that we have just developed a citizens guide. We don't have enough citizens guide to give a person a copy. So what we do, we put it on our website, and it's there, you can access it. We have other training materials.
Where is the radio announcements? Where is the TV announcements? Where is the social media flyers? Come on man, you guys are in ancient time. You're giving away your age, you know. Me know some old, but me not that old.
We said that we need to be collaborating around us, a new conversation.
Yes.
And one of them is the public education.
But I'm trying to tell you, it's not that hard because we've all traveled. Most Jamaicans have traveled by now.
Look here, the people giving trouble with waste management is not in this room, you know.
No, but you have to understand, like everybody said before, where are the receptacles to put them in?
Hold on, Mr. President. So you who come to this meeting are not the real problem. When I come in and talk to you, it's one because of you are critical stakeholders and I need your voices, I need your support for us to succeed out here. So I come as a duty, but it's not you giving me trouble. The people giving me trouble, I need to reach them, and I need a rose and sustained public education program to reach them. Yes.
So I'd like to know, when can we get the schedule for the recycling truck to pick up the plastic in Negril? Because let me tell you something, I am sure half your truck going to Montego Bay is full of plastic.
We don't have the schedule for recycling trucks.
I asked you to work in collaboration with them because people in Negril want to recycle, and some of them don't have transportation to go around the recycling center. There is nowhere to put their plastic things anywhere else.
Right.
And the whole idea that Negril got a truck was not necessarily to pick up from the hotels, it was to pick up from all the small entities and the schools. Yes, they're picking up from the schools, but I want to know why we have the truck parked up most of the time and it's not picking up the plastic, and why is it so difficult to put a schedule in place? Because you need to work in collaboration with them, because guess what? It's our money paying you and it's our money paying recycling partners, and we want something worked out and something to happen. So recycling partners are totally inefficient and have no management. just like your entity. So, my mandate to you is, by next week, can we have a schedule for plastic pickup for Negril?
I can't say that you will have one next week because then I will be trying to appease you. I will be that kind of person. I don't operate the recycling partners of Jamaica. I would have to make the representation. I will make the representation, Miss Griswold, but I can't commit their resources.
I did not come with the intention that we would have a talk shop. I would like to move forward as it relates to solutions.
Right.
We have all agreed that we have WPM have a management problem. We on this side, yourself also agree. Can we move forward with that person? Agree? Can we move forward that we all agree that WPM have a management problem?
Yes.
Okay, let me put it another way. Let me put it another way. Do you agree that you do not have a schedule for pickup? You said it earlier.
We have a scheduling challenge. There are some communities that we do better in than some. There are some areas where we do better than
Can
some.
we agree on a scheduling problem?
Hold on.
I don't want to spell out.
In Negril, hold on. In Negril, I'd have to look at what we're doing in Negril, and then I will assess it in totality, and then be able to. Because what I'm getting from the meeting is totally different from my in-house report.
Okay, so let me say something.
When I'm hearing about 2 months, 6 weeks, and all that.
We have all agreed that you don't have enough trucks. You agree we don't have enough trucks?
I don't think the
Mr. Van, do you have enough trucks?
I want to stay away from truck argument.
I am asking the question as a resident of Negril on the Western Road. Your mandate is to pick up residential garbage. Is that right?
You asked them earlier.
I'm asking you now for the records. I'm asking for the records.
It was recorded earlier.
I am asking for the records, sir.
I said our priority. When you asked
Priority.
I said our primary. Hold on. When you asked it earlier, I said our primary duty is residential waste.
And what would you say no then? Since you say it's earlier, answer that.
Same thing.
Okay. And you have agreed and you have heard the community that you're not doing a very satisfied job in doing so. Why is it would you go and sign contracts with private entities if you're not able to fulfill your primary goal? Can you answer that?
Because we do engage private trucks to assist us. It may be that there are some conflicts that need to be worked out, but it's not an either or. It's just a matter of assessing and seeing where the conflicts exist.
Mr. Vardy, I'm putting it to you, sir, that you have signed contracts with private companies using the WPM trucks to pick up garbage. What would you say, sir?
We have contracts signed with
And do you use WPM trucks?
we use all the different trucks at our disposal.
Okay, stop right here. Mr. Gardner, don't you think that's a conflict of interest? When you're not able to pick up residential garbage on time, you're not able to pick up the private garbage on time that you have contracted. Therefore, when those garbage are not able to pick up on time, you cannot fulfill the legal duties of charging those persons.
But our primary duty
That is not the question I asked you. The question I asked you, don't you think that's a conflict?
No. Remember now, waste management is our remit. Our primary, I stress primary, is residential garbage. I expect, listen now, I expect that
As long as you want, you will be able to disrupt.
I expect as long as
I'm listening.
I expect that my operatives will treat the management of the resources that we have in the same vein as I've expressed it here. Our primary duty is residential garbage.
Yeah, but Mr. Gardner, if you are not able to fulfill your primary duty and you don't have enough trucks, how can you go to take an additional work, private job? How can you do that?
we have seen in
But you cannot fulfill none of the demands.
hold on. We can walk.
And that's where your biggest problem
We
is.
can walk that through.
Let's address the skips. Why did you take up the skips from the community?
A lot of it. I don't know that I think personally.
No, not you personally.
When I'm making the yellow answer.
WPM.
When I went to the NSW, what I saw there is all the skips were literally, at the time when I went there 6 years ago, a lot of the skips were already removed because they got rock people burning them and they tear it. And that the agency as a policy had begun removing from the public thoroughfare those skips.
Did you investigate why?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay.
Because I really don't like them on the side of the road too, myself.
I have put it to you, sir. The reason why they remove these skips is because they are not able to pick up the full skips on time. They don't have enough jobs. I'm putting that to you.
I can't agree or disagree because I didn't do the investigation. Last question from you.
The last point I would like to address. You're sure that maybe brother, you might not be able to address it. Our guest, Mr. Wilson, that is absent. I hope everything is fine with him. Mr. Roland Wilson, that is absent. Yeah. I was talking to the undertaker, Mr. Payne, I don't know if he's still here. And I was checking to see if he's on the list. The reason for that, and I'm going to be very sharp. I live on the West End.
Is it a sudden risk?
No. You can address it, but you have set up precedents where you pass on messages.
Okay.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm putting Mr. Wilson on notice. I live on the West End. And there's a section on the West End, especially.
Big one.
More than one.
There's a special section. Do you know Rick's Cafe, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever been there?
I actually jumped, not from the top one.
My name is Cliff, don't say the Cliff. I am so disappointed that Mr. Wilson decided to hide from the residents of Negril because he's not able to manage the duty that he was given by the farmers. The condition of the Western Road. I would have expected that you would say that's why you're not going on the Western because the trucks have problem going around here. I expected that you were going to come up with that excuse. I would have commended you. The condition of the Western Road is a disgrace. Rick's Cafe is the most popular location as it relates to tourism. Attraction is the right word I'm searching for. It's the most important attraction in the Caribbean. It's the leading attraction. And it's a disgrace. And when I heard the gentleman over here, I can't remember your name, Mr. Myrie, the man that is responsible for the product. Let me get your proper title. Director of Product Development Community Tourism. I thought Mr. Myrie would address different sections leading up to that. I can't believe Mr. Myrie. I don't know how often he comes on here. I would take it that this is his first trip for 2023.
He was destination.
Because if he is aware of something like this and is comfortable collecting his salary every month, then it's a disgrace. And if Negril is the pilot working with and WPM, then Darknam will suffer for Jamaica.
Amen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Richard Wallace. I'm a hotelier here in Negril and a business operator. Mr. Gordon, it is obvious that Negril has issues with garbage.
Obvious.
And this is what you're feeling right now.
Obvious.
I want to say that most of us here, I would think, understand your message about changing the behavior and the culture, because I agree that it is a problem. And anybody who doesn't agree is fooling themselves. So yes, we have a problem with behavior in terms of garbage. However, we applaud the program that you have to change that behavior. But Mr. Gordon, that's going to take time.
True.
But we have a garbage problem now. And what we would like to see are some short-term solutions to the garbage situation now. May I suggest, I am a born-grown Jamaican. I know that we have limited resources, we have issues. We have issues with management, and we have resources, equipment, all of these things. I understand. And we're not going to be unrealistic in our demands. What I would like to say is, there are some things that I believe we can do now to fix the problem or to help the problem. One of them is that transfer station that you've been talking about for a while, and that is what we want to see happen immediately. Driving a garbage truck 70 miles is ridiculous. It's stupid. It's crazy. We should not be doing that. We need to fix that. And that will double. If you shorten the distance to the station by 50%, you double your fleet right away because the truck can go and come back quicker. Right? I would not also, that is the first thing I need. I would like to see fast track. A closer drop-off point for garbage. I heard you dismiss this several times earlier, but I would like to suggest it that you reconsider. There needs to be drop-off points in the area. Some people want to dispose of their garbage. They don't want to keep it at home. They don't have anywhere to put it. They want to bring it somewhere. And I know people will bring their garbage to a near point that's reasonable that they can put it and you can take it up. And I would implore you to revisit that idea. I know it can get out of hand, but I think the focus should be on managing it more than just taking it out altogether. So please, sir, think about that. Some strategic points where garbage can be brought and that have priority for the trucks to empty. That will help. That will help a lot. I want to end by saying this, Sir Gordon. Negril is a very important town for Jamaica. We contribute almost 30% of revenue for tourism. We need attention. And it is not unreasonable for us as Negrilians to ask for 10 garbage trucks because we are paying for more than 10 garbage trucks with our taxes and everything that's happening. So I want you to use this, sir, as ammunition to say, listen, we understand that the whole Jamaica have garbage problem. And I'm not discriminating against any other Jamaican and any other community. But you have to look out for where you're going to make. You have to clear the drain. When the water flow, you have to clean it up, make the water run. And that's what we need. Negril can do better. One of the challenges we're having is garbage. And these are some of the simple solutions. I'm not going to stay here and cuss you and say, oh, management and what and why you go to prison and all of that. I'm just going to make a suggestion. So these are ways that I believe that we can have immediate results. So next time, if you do that, next time you come to Negril, everybody will hug you up and everybody will praise you. Alright?
Can't wait for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. And you know, we have to
mentioned the 4 spots that you saw, the dumps, illegal dumps that were set up. Okay, those are the exception, not the rule. When you see the guy throw the garbage out the window, every car doesn't do that. That's an exception, it's not the rule. But you drive on the West End, you drive on the roads, you see the TEF cans, people are being forced to put their garbage in the cans, which they're not supposed to do. In fact, your customer relations lady, Ms. Williams. Ms. Williams, she actually told me that that's considered littering. If you use the bins to put your garbage in, your household garbage, that's littering. But where else do we put it? How many skips are there in town? How many skips are there in town? You're the head of the state. How many are there in town?
No, we don't. We're discouraging skips on the main road because what happened with
No,
skips?
not the main road. How many are there in Negril?
I don't think there's any, but
So then where do people put their garbage?
No. The garbage should stay outside of those areas where we would have special arrangement, like hard to reach areas.
Okay, where is it? Name one spot.
No, hold on. We don't have skips, but I'm making the point that you ask where should they keep their garbage, and it should be at their gate.
But you don't pick up at the gate.
It should be at the gate.
You don't pick up
That's where it should be.
Okay, so then we just pile it up at the gate and let it sit there for 6 months.
6 months?
Because you don't pick it up at all. And you never, ever go up our lane, ever.
Where do you need, sir?
Dreadnought Lane, you never, ever.
Hold on a second. Got the truck going to Redmond there? Anybody here?
The fire truck can go up the lane. Fire truck can make it.
The chopper. It was? Low hanging wires. Oh, okay. That's another problem.
Okay, so what are we supposed to do with the garbage then?
So what we usually do in those cases, what's your name, sir?
Rob.
What we usually do, Rob, is to make arrangement now with people in those kind of difficult to reach areas to bring the garbage to where we can access it.
And where would that be?
Like, that would have to be worked out depending on the local. I don't know the area you're talking, but what I would have my Republicans in Maja do is to meet with you. Obviously, he's telling me lower, that means he knows the area.
I'm not the only one. When I lived in Sheffield for 12 years, it was the same thing.
They didn't gotta do that.
No, they would collect the garbage, but it was purely random. It'd be usually about once every 2 months. And if you weren't there when they were honking the horn, they didn't pick up the garbage.
Our democracy, our vibrant democracy, because this is the first level of governments are governance, where the people, the community, and this was on display here this evening. And I want you to know that everything said here, we duly note and we will reflect on. I never asked you to say nothing, I'm miracle. We say, we took note and we will reflect on them, and our commitment is to continue the partnership with the residents of Negril, and we are gonna together expand working with recycling partner, the recycling program arrangements that we have. We're gonna look at where there are opportunities for composting, working with the group in here to see how we can get that going in a fulsome way too. And we will also be looking at our operational strategy for Negril to see how we can improve there too, because obviously, based on the feedback, there are challenges that require some further attention. And so, thank you very much. Appreciate it.